On time value of money, we are looking at the value of money in different what on different dates. A dollar today is not a dollar tomorrow. Assume you have charged someone today 10 bonds, and he says, I'm going to give you that 10 bond next month. Will you accept such a scenario? Hello?
Sir, please repeat the question.
I was saying, if you give someone, if you give someone $10 today, then that person promises to give you back that money after a month, that $10 is 10 bond notes. Will you accept that?
No.
No, because of the time value of what? Man, because a dollar today is not a dollar tomorrow. After 10 days or after 2 days or after a week or after a month, that amount would have lost what? Value. Are you together? So that's that. There are key terms that we are going to look at on when you're looking at time value of money. We have an annuity. This is a stream of equal payments or at equal intervals of time in the what? In the future. Then under annuity, we have the following. We have ordinary annuity. Ordinary annuity is an annuity where the payments take place at the end of each year or period. That is payment what? Interval at the same time that interest is what is calculated. And then perpetuity, from the word perpetual, something that is perpetual, something that doesn't what? A perpetuity is an annuity where the payments continue for how long? Forever. And then annuity too, an annuity where the payments fall due at the beginning of each payment interval period. Called the what? An annuity. So then from your O-level stuff, we have got this thing called interest. And interest is the price you pay when you borrow money or when you receive money, or the money is the amount that you receive after you have invested something. For example, if you borrow money from the bank, assume you have borrowed money from the bank in tune of, let me increase. You have borrowed money in tune of $100. You borrowed money in tune of $100, and the interest is 10% per annum. Interest is 10% per what? Per annum, right? And assume that amount is payable in 1 year. What will be your interest element at the end of the year? Hello, assume you've borrowed $100 from the bank, and the interest
10.
it's 10% per annum. How much are you going to pay back at the end of the year? In tune of interest?
110.
You'll pay how much?
110.
110. So the interest element is how much?
10.
$10. Are you together? So
yes,
that's the interest, which is the price that you pay for borrowing money or that you receive in case you have what? Invested money. And you've got different types of interest that we have. We have simple interest, that is the one that we're talking of. A simple interest is interest calculated on the principal only for the entire what? Entire term. Simple interest means accruing the same amount of interest each year based on the same what? Principal year. So in this case, this $100 is our what? Our principal amount. Right, together, this $100 is going to be our principal amount, and then this $10 is going to be what? Our interest. Then this one is going to be our principal amount, and the amount that you are going to pay back is going to be what? 110. Right? And you are having this example. For example, if the interest is 15%, this question started. If the interest is 15%, then assume you've borrowed $1,000. So therefore, 15% of 1,000 is going to be what? 150. This is the interest that will accrue per year until the loan is what? Is repaid. And assume this loan is repaid after 2 years. Assume this loan is going to be paid after 2 years. How much is going to be the future value of the amount that you have borrowed or the amount that you have invested? Assume you have invested $1,000. This amount you have invested $1,000 and you'll be getting 15% per annum, and the investment is just for 2 years. How much will you get, or what will be the future value of that principal amount? So the future value after 2 years, you have invested 1,000. That's the principal amount, right? Together. Then the interest is 50% per annum. The interest is going to be 15% per annum, and the interest element that you are going to get in the first year is going to be 1,000 multiplied by 15%, which is 150. That is for year 1. Then for year 2, it's going to be the same amount, 1,000 multiplied by 15%, which is 150, plus your principal amount that you invested. Therefore, your total amount, the future value of your investment is going to be 1,300. So this one is going to be your what? Your future value. And this 1,000 is called the what? The present value. Right together. This $1,000 present value, and this 1,300 is going to be the present value of your what? Of the money that you would have if you have invested. So in this instance, we are told, assume you have invested 1,000 at an interest of 15%. The principal amount is 1,000, then plus interest for the 2 years, which is 15% multiplied by what? By 2 years, right? Together. Similar to the above exam, you can make an investment and receive interest on investment, which is only payable when you withdraw the what? The investment. Say you invest 6,000 at 13% simple interest for 3 years, right? Let's redo this example. You have invested our present value. You have invested how much? 6,000, and you'll be accruing 13% simple interest per what? Per annum. You'll be getting 13% per annum. So how much will you be getting? What will be the future value of your what? Of this 600, of this 6,000. So this in year 1, the interest element will be 6,000 times 0.13 times 13%, which is 780. Same applies year 2, year 3. Right? So in our year 1, we'll get 780 as interest, year 2, and year 2, 780, year 3, 780 plus the present value. So the future value of the investment is going to be how much? 8,340, right? Together. That's going to be our the future value of the what? The amount that you invested. So this is simple what? Interest, right? Together. This is simple interest, meaning to say every year we'll be getting 780 of our 6,000. That is on simple interest, and our future value under simple interest is going to be 8,300 and what? And 40, right here, right? But we have got another element that we need to look at. That is the compound interest. right? Maybe we can try. Let's try to calculate this question. Let's try to calculate this question. Your mother wants to deposit 2,000 in a bank account that earns 10% simple interest per year. That is or per annum. You are required to determine the value of your mother's investment at the end of the 3-year period, right? Your mother is investing how much? 2,000, right? Together, right? Is investing 2,000. So our present value, that's 2,000, right? Together, right? Then we want to calculate the interest per year. The interest element is what percent?
10%.
10% per annum, right? Together. So what's 10% of 2,000?
100.
Plus 200, right? Together. That is for year 1. Then we invest the same 200, same 2,000 in year 2. What will be our interest? It will be say 200. Same applies to year 3 plus. So our future value of this investment is going to be what? 2,600. That's going to be our what? The future value of this investment of 2,000. So this is simple interest, right? Together. That's simple interest. Then we have this animal called compound interest. Compound interest. On compound interest, we are saying we have invested 2,000, and the interest at the end of the day is how much? 200. So how much am I going to get? What will be the future value of this? Let me redo this. Right? I'm saying you are investing 2,000. That is your year 1. Right? We use the same years. You are investing 2,000. That is in your first year. Right? Then the interest that you are going to get at the end of year 1 is going to be how much? 200. So at the end of the year, what is going to be your future value amount? What will be the future value of this 2,000 at the end of year 1? Nalo?
2,200.
2,200, right? Together. So on compound interest, if you check on simple interest, we were simply investing the same amount, right? Together. But on compound interest, you are saying in year 1, the future value is going to be 2,200. In year 2, we'll take the amount that we invested plus the what? The interest. Right? Together. That's the amount that you are going to invest in what? In year 2. Right? Together. Hello, class?
Yes.
So meaning to say the future value is going to be how much? In after year 2, 2,400 and what?
20.
20. In year 3, we invest this amount. Hello? So we are investing 2,420, and the interest element is going to be 2,442, and our future value there after year 3 is going to be 2,662, whereas on simple interest the future value is going to be 2,600, right? So that's all about compound interest. So we're having this notes. Consider the same information as for simple interest in activity 8.1, but now interest is at 10% per year compounded yearly or annually. So when you say whatever would have invested plus interest, that's the one that you are going to invest in the what? In the following year. So we started with 2,000 multiplied by 10% interest. So the interest element is 200. So the balance, closing balance, the future value of our 2,000 amount invested is going to be 2,200. And after year 2, the future value of the closing balance is 2,420. In year 3, 2,662. So the future value of the investment has grown to 2,662 using compound interest as opposed to only 2,600 using what? Simple interest. Right? So that's that on interest. On interest, we're having simple interest and we're also having compound interest. Simple interest, that's calculating the present value amount multiplied by the interest element of that present value amount of the initial investment, which is 2,000. Then you add the principal amount plus the interest that would have accrued, you get the future value of the amount. That is the simple interest. And then on compound interest is the present value amount plus the interest for the current year. Then you get the future value in the year 1. Then in year 2, you are investing the value or the balance that you have got, which is present value plus interest. That's the amount that you are going to invest in that in year 2. So in this instance, we are going to invest 2.2. Then our interest, we are not calculating our interest on this 2,000. This interest is based on the investment amount. Right together. It's based on investment amount, which will be compounded. So when you are compounding, you are combining whatever you were having plus what you have got, what you get now. So which is 2,000 plus 200, 2.2. That's the one that you invest in the following year. Then from that 2.2, you get your interest of 220, then you get 2,420. Then 2,420 is the one that you are going to invest in year 3. You get an interest of 2, then the future value of the 2,000 amount, that is the principal amount that was invested, 262. Right together? Right? Let's come to future value. Future value is the amount that an investment will be worth at a future date if invested at a particular simple or compound interest rate. So that's future value. Right? The future value, what you're saying about future value is the amount that an investment will be worth in the future date, whether being invested using simple interest or compound interest. What will be the future value of this investment? 2,000 using simple interest, the future value is going to be 2,600. And on compound interest, what will be the future value of this 2,000 using compound interest? Is going to be what? 2,662. Right, then we are having formulas. Future value is equal to present value amount, which is the present value amount, that's the principal amount, right together. The present value amount is the principal amount that you would have what? That you would have invested. So this principal amount is the what? Is the present value. That's why I was saying this 6,000 is the present value. This 1,000 is the present value. So this principal amount is the present value that you would have invested. So we are saying future value is equal to PV, which is the present value, brackets 1 plus the interest element. Right together, 1 plus the interest element. So that's how you calculate the future value for a single period. That is what will be the future value of our what? Of our investment for year 1. And if we are having multiple periods, the future value is going to be future value is equal to PV, that is present value, 1 plus I to the power what? N. 1 plus I to the power n, I together, 1 plus I to the power n, meaning to say, what to be, assuming this instance, what to be the future value of this 2000 in after how many years? After 3 years. So for us to calculate this, we'll say future value is equal to, what's the present value? It's 2000. Are you together? Multiplied by 1 plus 0.01, which is our percentage. Are you together? To the power what? What is our n? Is the number of years. Are you together? Our n is number of years. It's how many years? To the power 3. Let me say to the power 3. Right? So, which is going to be 2000 multiplied by 1.1. Yes, suppose 1 plus 0.1. 2000 multiplied by 1.1 to the power what? N to the power 3. So what will be our answer? What's going to be our answer? Hello, class. Wongan, what's going to be our answer? You don't have calculators.
I'm calculating, sir. I'm calculating, sir.
So 2000 multiplied by 1.1 to the power 3.
2,662.
Hello?
2,662.
2600 and what?
62.
2662. Sorry. 2662. So that's the one that we are going to, which is more or less the same like that one, right together. So that's going to be the future value of this investment of 2000, right together. So we are saying FV future value is equal to present value multiplied by 1 plus I, which is to the power n, where FV is the future value, PV present value, I interest rate, n number of years or number of what? Of periods. So you are asked, if you invest 6,000 now at 13% compound interest over a 3-year period, what will be the amount that you receive at the end of 3 years? Right? Let's try to do this example. If you invest 6,000 now at 13% compound interest, I'll ask you to do it using this method and also this formula. That way, this formula is for calculating compound interest, right together. So for compound interest, we are using that formula. So try to calculate using these tables to say year 1, we are investing how much? 6,000, right together. We are investing 6,000. And the interest, we are saying it's equal to how much? 13%, right together. So it's 13% of 6,000. So meaning to say year 1, the future value will be 6,780. Year 2, we're investing that 6,780 and the future value is going to be 7,661. Year 3, we're investing 7,661 and our future value is going to be 8,657. Right, let's try to calculate using this formula to see if you are going to get 8,657. Let's calculate. We're using this formula. Our formula is FV is equal to PV 1 plus I to the power N. Are we getting the same answer?
Yes.
We are getting the same answer. And so that's the formula for future value, right? Together. So that's how we do calculations on future value, right? Can I give you another question? Right? Assume you have invested 10,000. You have invested 10,000 at an interest of 15%. At an interest of 15%. What will be the value of your investment if compounded for 5 years? Right? You're saying you're investing $10,000. The compound interest is 15%. What will be the value of your investment after 5 years? What will be the value of your investment after 5 years? So use this table first and also use that formula. Right? Calculate that, then log on after 2 minutes when you are done, log on back after 2 minutes when you are done.